Welcome back, students and others. Let's take a look at this, speech on the internet, and specifically how to scrape speech on the internet. So let's go take a look at the corpus of North American spoken English. Let's look at an example of people who scraped speech on the internet to make a corpus. So it is a 1-point-something billion word corpus of geolocated automated speech recognition, that is ASR, YouTube transcripts from the US and Canada. Okay, so again, that is using software to get transcripts automatically made, and they're using the ones that are created by YouTube itself. So it has a good number of tokens here, right? 1.29 billion words or tokens, over 300,000 transcripts from over 2,500 YouTube channels. That corresponds to over 154,000 hours of video. Again, they didn't scrape the video, they just scraped the transcripts from the video. And they wanted geo-tagged or geolocated transcripts so that they could do dialectology. So let's take a look here at this corpus. Let me zoom in a bit. There's that same graphic. Yeah, here it is. I think you have to apply it to use it. You have to request permission for non-commercial, I think that's a license, non-commercial use. Anyway, they have a little Python code there. And yeah, here's the access. You can apply for access there. So the CONAEs, Corpus of North American Spoken English, they use YouTube transcripts as created by YouTube's ASR system. Cool. Here's a small corpus of a former student here at BYU, Gary Law. His English name is Gary. He's from Hong Kong. He's a native speaker of Cantonese. He created a small corpus from YouTube, both of speech as well as the comments below videos. He wanted both speech and writing in Cantonese. And for his study, he looked at 3 utterance particles in Cantonese. Here it is. And these 3 utterance particles. The point for this video is the data coming from YouTube. We can take a look at it if we just search YouTube real quick and go down there. He talks about his procedure for using YouTube to gather Cantonese speech as well as writing below YouTube videos there. So it's not uncommon to get speech from the internet. These are just 2 examples that I have off the top of my head. Let's look at one tool, one command line tool that can do that. So the YT-DLP command line tool is a feature-rich command line tool to download video from YouTube and TikTok and many other sites. It has all sorts of flags or arguments that you can pass into the tool to extend the functionality of it. Let's take a look at their webpage. At the time recording, it's been updated quite regularly. And yeah, it's pretty easy to use. And like I mentioned, they have a truckload, a veritable boatload or truckload of flags, command line flags, which are like arguments in a function, right? So all sorts of different flags you can pass in. I'll just kind of scroll down here. You can just kind of see just how many different things you can, different flags you can put in. There's a geo restriction flags right there, video selection. You can specify just the format. What specific format you want it. You can also just say, give me the audio only. I don't need the whole video. I just want the audio. For example, in a speech processing class, right? Anyway, all sorts of stuff in here that you can use this command line tool for. Okay, good. So that is a tool. Let me do a quick demo for you all. Let me go back to this view real quick, and then we get over to here. Let me pull up a quick demo just for fun. Let's go here. Then I'll share my screen again at this point. So what you can do is it's pretty simple. You just do a pip install. I'll just do a pip install on a Google Colab notebook. Going to pip install YT-DLP. And then here is a TikTok video of the Lancaster and Northern Arizona University Corpus people. I'm going to play their little video. Let's see if I can get it up. Where did that play? Did that play anywhere? Where is it going to? Let's see if I can play this for us. There they are dancing. Anyway, there it is. If we want to download that video with this tool, we can do so with this little bit of code right here. Let me zoom in quite a bit more. So what I'm saying is I'm just calling the command line tool within a Google Colab, right? You would use an exclamation point before the command line tool. Here's the format. I'm saying give me the best video. The height should be 1080. The extension should be MP4. Give me the best audio as M4A. And then here's the actual link to that video. TikTok.com, whatever. And then let's run it and see what happens. It's download extracting, bang, it should be there now, and it is. The name of the video is a big long name. I'm going to rename it right here, right now. Just going to click on the 3 vertical dots, rename it to, I'll just call it LANA. Let me do this. LANA dances. I'm pretty sure it's MP4, so I'll put MP4 in the extension. And then when I download this, if I'll just say download from the Google Colab notebook to my hard drive, and then if I open it up, we should hopefully see it come up. It is opening up in this other screen. Let me grab it. There it is. There you go. So there you go. It's pretty simple. They can do YouTube. Oh, here's an example where I only grab the audio out. I say extract audio. The format should be MP3. The quality should be 128 kilobits. That's the quality of audio. And kilobits is how many samples per second. And then there's the URL. I can show you this. This, I believe, is a Dude Perfect. No, this is Laurence Anthony, Corpus linguist, and one of his tutorials about
Hello, I'm Laurence Anthony.
There he is talking. We can very easily extract the video out with this. Where was I? Right there. I won't worry about doing that right now. But yeah, pretty simple tool to use. Let me just scroll back. Yeah, that's the command line tool. You can do all sorts of cool stuff. You can obviously put a bunch of URLs into a Python list and just loop over those things and call this command line tool with the subprocess in Python like I do there. Anyway, so that is the YT-DLP command line tool, which I find to be super cool, super useful. The next thing I want to show you is this one here, the YouTube-transcript-API. It's a Python module, and it downloads the transcripts. Like I mentioned with that corpus, the CONAES, the Corpus of North American Spoken English corpus twice. Yeah, they just grab the transcripts as given by YouTube, whether they're ASR system or whether the creator uploaded their own custom transcript. Super simple to use, super easy. Let's just take a look at their documentation. I'm not even sure I'll do a demo, but here it is, their GitHub, and here's some info about it, right? And it's super simple. It's another pip install, very simple pip install. If you take this over to a Google Colab, you need to put an exclamation point before pip, right? That's what you do with pip notebooks. With command line stuff, you put an exclamation point. Or if it's file system stuff, you put a %sign. But take a look, it's this simple. This right here is how you could get the transcript from a video. So that video ID right there, let me just jump to some YouTube. Let's go to Dude Perfect. Dude Perfect. I think I misspelled it. Let's see if it gets it. Yep. So here is Cody of Dude Perfect racing against Keanu Reeves in a recent video, recent at the time of recording, right? And if you were to look at the more info, if I come down here, let me zoom in a bit for us. If you click on more, and then down here, I'm expecting to see a transcript or a link to the transcript. Right there, it says transcript. Follow along using the transcript. If I click on show transcript, it actually brings up the transcript on the top right of my screen, right there. In this car, let's just play that.
In that car is Cody Jones.
There he goes. So it has a transcript of what was said. We can download that with that command or that Python tool. So yeah, you would just put the video ID. Let me go back to that video real quick. The video ID is up here in the URL. It's kind of small, but it's right there after the V equals, and then something, 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 something. probably about 10 to 12 characters in there. That's the video ID. In this case, it's capital M, lowercase j, uppercase U, 2, et cetera, and you just take that and you would slap that in as the video ID as a variable in Python. That simple. Now, I will point out that the returned value is a Python list of dictionaries. Right, so we have the text that was said, and then we have the start timestamp and the duration of that. So you would need to do some post-processing to take that list of dictionaries and push it out to some file that you want. Probably a JSON file. Would probably be the easiest way. Just take this, push it out as a JSON file, a JSON dump. I would use the JSON.dumps in Python to do that. So you can get different languages. You can retrieve different languages as well. That way. So it's a super simple tool, but super powerful to grab transcripts of YouTube videos. So that's the YouTube transcript API. Open Subtitles has a truckload or a boatload of subtitles from TV shows and movies. Let's take a look there. This is it. So if I, for example, were to go to the IMDb, the internet database. Here's a movie from 2005 called Fun with Dick and Jane with Jim Carrey and what's her name? Tia Leone. Anyway, if you take that URL, right, come over here and go back to the website. I just copied the URL there. You slap it in here. There's information about it, right? You can download these things by hand. The str file is a subtitle file right there where I'm circling. Cool. You could do that by hand, but you're probably assuming that there's some way to automate this, right? You're absolutely right. Let's just real quick go here to the Opus. The Opus website is an open parallel corpus website. It has all sorts of parallel corpora. Let me go back up to here. Has a good number of parallel corpora. Parallel corpora or a parallel corpus is a corpus that has two or more languages that are aligned down probably to the sentence level. That's what a parallel corpus is. And so I'm just scrolling in the bottom right of my screen. Let me remove myself for the moment with that. In the bottom right of my screen, let me zoom in. List the different parallel corpora that they have here in Opus. Okay. The one that I want to look at is Open Subtitles. Open Subtitles is a bunch of TV and movie subtitles and language pairs. So, for example, English and Spanish or English and German or Danish, etc. All sorts of different, different language pairs that you could download the subtitles of TV shows and movies. And you can do that by hand here, right? You can say, okay, I want to do English as the L1 or the source. Let me get that again. English there. Let's go to Danish for fun. And we search. And then it has these different options here. The latest scrape I think they did at the time of recording this video was 2018. So you can download these in different formats as XML or RAW. There's a Moses file format there. I'd probably just go with XML personally and parse the XML. Good, you can do that. There is also, I will just jump back to my slide deck. There is a Python module to help you interface with Open Subtitles on Opus. And it's called Opus Tools. And Opus Tools here is a Python module that allows you to access and process Opus data. They have documentation here. I'll click on the documentation link. And there are 5 main functions there. The one that may be most useful for a speech processing class, getting transcribed or scripted speech right from TV and movies, is the Opus Get command line tool. It's a command line tool here. Oh, I just jumped away because I zoomed in. Here it is. All right. You can see that there are different flags that go into it. And there's documentation here on what these things do. So, yeah, here's another tool to work with. This would be scripted speech, right, on TV and movies. It would be scripted speech, which is kind of a proxy for real speech. So there you have it. a couple different tools to work with. Let me go back to this view. To work with speech on the internet, to scrape videos from YouTube or TikTok or other video sharing sites. You can scrape the video or just ask the tool to grab the audio only. And then there's that one Python module that allows you to scrape out the transcripts of YouTube videos, just the transcript, not the audio itself, and therefore it's a lot smaller in size, right? The video files are going to be massive or quite big. The audio files will be less big, therefore smaller. But the transcripts obviously will be the smallest by far, as you're just getting the transcript that was produced by the ASR system of YouTube. And then open subtitles and using Opus to get access to open subtitles is another way to get, in this case, it would be scripted speech, right? In TV and movie subtitles, that's scripted speech. It's not spontaneous, but it does approximate or serves as a proxy for spontaneous speech. So there you go. There is a quick video of different ways to get speech or transcribe speech or scripted speech off of the internet. Thanks for watching. See you next time.